Yes, my people, what is going on? Welcome back to another YouTube video. And in today's YouTube video, I'm going to be running you through all the adjustments that have taken place since I began prep this Monday. But first, let me just run through something quite funny. I sat down at the desk here to obviously start recording for this week's YouTube video, right? And I went on to my YouTube studio just to check how the last video was doing. And if you haven't watched the last video, guys, give it a watch. I'll link it in the description down below. It's a full review of my 15-month off season where I gained 50 pounds. But of course, the YouTube comment section is undefeated, and all anyone had to say was, roids, steroids. So yeah, pretty funny. I was reading through it and all I see is, stop wasting your time, guys. Steroids, otherwise you'll never reach this. Lose the tash, lose broccoli head. I quite like my tash and my broccoli head. I think I'm going to stick with him for now. Steroids, roids, and maybe good genes for roids. Ooh, don't know about good genes. Slightly above average genes. I am a hashtag hyper non-responder. Steroids and a shit ton of food should be a short video. You're right, Mark Perkins. You are right. Correct, mate. Steroids for breakfast. But I got one or two people who actually appreciated all the insights and the effort I put in to make that video. So yeah, give it a watch, guys, and give me your best roast in the comments down below of that video. And I'm going to pick a follower who roasts me very well, and I'm going to give you a free subscribe back. That's all you're getting. All right, so let's get stuck into this week's video. So guys, adjustments we have made straight off the bat have obviously been nutrition adjustments, right? They are the main ones. So normally when I start a prep or when I start a mini cut, Kuba, my coach, will normally pull my calories by about 1,000 on a training day and a rest day. Now this time around, he's pulled them down a little bit more gradually. And I think the reason for this being is I'm going to probably drop weight very easily. And I think with where I'm starting right now, it is much leaner than where I started my last prep. So I don't really have that much body fat to lose. Now, when I say not that much body fat to lose, I still have probably 15 kilos or more to lose, right? But it's nothing compared to how much I had to lose the last time around. So we've got plenty of time to pull this off. It's around 21 weeks to the first show and 23 weeks until my big show. So we've come out of the gate a little bit slower this time around. So the calorie adjustments we made were, calories have gone from 4,826 on my training day to 4,092. On my rest day, we've gone from 3,918 calories to 3,419 calories. So that is a total of 800 calories down on my training days and 500 calories down on my rest days. So much slighter of an adjustment than we would have normally seen. Definitely eating, I would say, probably about 300 or 400 calories on average per day more than where I would normally start a dieting phase. Now, alongside this, we've obviously gone back on cycle. So we're starting off this prep on 300 mega test, 700 meg of mast, and 700 mega primo. I'm going to talk about the drugs, guys, seeing as everyone went absolutely bananas about the drugs in my last video. And in that video, I did leave out all my off-season cycle details, which I actually included in the previous video. But I have just decided in that video to just not talk about that because I kind of knew that video would do well and hit the algorithm, right? Because I set up the title and thumbnail to do that. And normally I get like all these retards just commenting down below, just like saying stupid things about my cycle because they've absolutely no idea about cycle design, right? So it's like, I just want to avoid that for this video. I know the true fans who actually stay up to date with my prep vlogs as I move it along, as I'm giving the cycle adjustments. You know, you probably want to know that shit. So I probably will divulge that as this prep goes on, as I did the last time, and I just want to be fully transparent, right? But we're starting this prep a little bit lower than where we started my last off-season push. So, you know, plenty of room there to kind of push up the drugs. Now, alongside that, we've bumped the GH up to 8 units. So I was taking 5 units pre-bed before that. We bumped it up to 8. Don't know how long I'm going to actually stick with 8 units because that shit is pricey. So I'm going to run it for the first month at least and just see what sort of response I get. See if I think it's beneficial, and if not, I'll just drop back to like 5-6 units a month because I know that that's a fixed amount that I'm going to be able to afford for the entirety of the prep. I can't afford the 8 units, but I'm kind of like, oh, do I want to be spending that much on GH for that marginal of a benefit? I'm just not entirely sure. Now, one big change this time around is going to be in the lipolytics. Okay, so we didn't actually put Clen in from the get-go, right? Start of the week on Monday, we just dropped the food and we upped steps to 10,000. My steps were falling in and around, I would say, 6 to 7k. If I go through my entire off-season push-up, my last push-up since I finished my mini cut, my steps are averaging at 8,400 a week. Okay, so I was falling in and around the 8k mark most days, or most weeks, excuse me, and most days, right? And now this week we're up to 10,000. So about 2,500 extra steps every single day. And honestly, when I increase my steps, that definitely drives fat loss super fucking easy for me, right? So we held off from the clean initially, but now as of this morning, since Kuba gave me my check and feedback, it's now Friday morning, we've just put clean in at like 20 micrograms. So we'll probably stay here for a couple of days and then bump it up to 40. But we didn't put it in straight off the bat, but now he kind of sees the need for it because I think I'm only down like maybe 1.5 pounds in like four days or so. So yeah, we'll just throw that in now, let the body get used to it, and probably very slowly titrate it up this time around. One thing I did actually mention to Kuba for this prep was a couple of my own thoughts, right? In terms of like how I feel on certain things, drugs, you know, based off previous experience, etc. So I don't think we're going to run the clean up that high. Even when I did my last mini cut, we ran it up to like 120 for like the last 2 weeks or so. And I think past a certain point, normally around 80 micrograms for me, I just kind of see diminishing returns of it. It just makes me too anxious, affects my sleep too much, that I just don't feel like for the added benefit of the extra calories it burns, it actually helps me out in any way, shape or form, because my recovery is worse, because my sleep is worse, yada, 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 right? So I think there is probably a tolerable threshold for me with that. And I want to not go over that if I don't have to this time around, this prep. Another interesting thing that we're going to do, and honest to God, I'm going to talk about this a lot in my videos as prep goes on, and I don't think anybody is actually going to believe me, but I'm not going to run any trend for this prep, right? Me and Kuba have kind of decided already that we won't run the trend, or we'll try not to run the trend. Now look, if I get a couple of weeks in and he feels like there is a need for it and that we should put it in, then we likely will at a very low dose. I only took 100 milligrams the last time around. We'll probably put it in at 50, maybe up to 100 if we need it. But to be honest, if I can avoid it, I will, because I personally don't think that I need it. And again, it's something that just affects my sleep too much, and then that affects my recovery, etc., etc. One of the big things that I need to make sure of this time around this prep is that I keep my stress low, okay? And I know compounds like Tren and too much clean and all those other sort of things are going to make me more anxious, it's going to make me more stressed, it's going to affect my sleep, and it's just going to kind of unravel the prep a little bit. Now, I had to deal with all of that the last time around the prep, and I survived, right? I sucked it up and I got it done, as you do when you're on prep. But, you know, I'm going to try and take a bit of a smarter approach this time around. And like, when you're taking any drugs, guys, it's always going to depend on your individual response to those drugs, how you feel on those drugs, what you feel like you get out of those drugs, which is going to decide whether you should take them or not, right? And I think there's certain things that I get along well with and certain things that I don't. And I think the best cycle for you is going to be the cycle that you feel the best on. There's no hard and fast rules. You don't have to take Tren in a prep. You don't have to take AIs when you take cycles. You know, that was common knowledge years ago. Everyone thought to take a cycle, you have to take AIs with it. You know, I feel like a lot of the old school bodybuilding coaches, they have like a set schedule for preps when you add things in and when you do certain things, etc. But like, that's just a load of bollocks, because everything is going to depend on you, how you feel, whether you need something, what your blood work looks like, etc., etc. So I'm getting my bloods done again on Monday to see where they're at. That'll be after like 5 weeks of cruising. Obviously, I've just gone back on cycle this week, but it shouldn't affect things too much. So I get kind of like my baseline starting position after a cruise for the starter prep. I'm going to get them done halfway through prep as well. And if we need to tweak anything off the back of those bloods, we will. And then I'll obviously get them done at the end of prep also to see what the damage is when I am peak stress pretty much. But just as a bird's eye view overview of every change that has taken place since we've begun prep this week, that is pretty much it, okay? Train day and rest day, calories down a bit, steps up, tiny bit of clean in, cycle back in, GH upped, and yeah, that's a wrap. Oh, also, L-carnitine is back in too. L-carnitine is one of those supplements that, honestly, I would take year round if I could, because for me, I actually really like it as a nootropic, okay? When I take it in the morning, I get super dialed in off it. I find it just affects my mood and my productivity levels to like a really good degree, to be honest. Now, you can take it for fat mobilization, which basically means making more fat available to burn. That's what L-carnitine is for, but it has a ton of other health benefits as well. It actually positively affects your fertility. I think you can protect that in some way, shape or form. It's good for your cardiovascular system, etc. So L-carnitine is a fantastic drug, but I go through phases of taking it and not taking it in my off season because I just don't like pinning myself that much. I'm at the stage now in my bodybuilding journey, guys, like 5 years in, where at the beginning, I didn't really mind the pins. Now I absolutely fucking despise them, but you just gotta suck it up and get it done when you're on prep. So pin cushion for the foreseeable. That is what I'm gonna be. But as long as I get peeled, then I don't mind. And as long as I don't get any bad infections or jabs, I don't fucking mind either. So anyway, guys, prep has begun. I am very, very excited. So, like I said, 21 weeks out until the first show. I think Two Bros have not released their calendar yet, but when they do, I will be updating the YouTubes. And then 23 weeks out from the big one, which is going to be the Muscle Contest Ireland on home soil. So yeah, that will be very, very good. I might go over like my thoughts and maybe my expectations and all that other sort of stuff for this prep later on in the video or in a later video. But for now, guys, it's late in the evening time. I've just wrapped up my work. I just wanted to start this YouTube video while I had a little ounce of productivity in my body. So I'm going to leave that there, and I will catch back up with you tomorrow for some vlog bits, day in the life bits, maybe some leg day bits tomorrow. And yeah, we'll get the ball rolling. Prep 2024/2025 is a go. Game time, baby.
Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning, the next day, and new low weigh-in this morning. Back into the 108 kilos. So 108.9, just about, but we're getting there. So I think that is 0.9 of a kilo, I believe, down since the start of the week. 0.8, 0.9 of a kilo down since the start of the week. So 2 pounds gone, and week number 1 isn't even finished yet. So, you know, just the kind of rate of loss that we're actually looking for here. But first protocol this morning, we're going to caffeinate and we're going to hydrate. So I have got this Nespresso pod. Roasted peanut and sesame. This is the one. This is the go-to at the moment. Normally, I don't really like the flavoured Nespresso pods, but they've fucking smashed it out of the park with this roasted peanut and sesame. So that is the one that I have been going for the last while. And then next up, we got hydration. So I've got some water here in my I Am Uprisings Extracts shaker. We're going to have 10 grams of glutamine, trained by JP. We're going to have 5 grams Big Dog creatine from Engineered Muscle, and then we're going to have this new hydration formula from JP, which I absolutely fucking love, right? So pineapple and strawberry flavour, and it slaps hard, right? I've had Hydromax, I've had HydroFlow from Conte, and I think I've had some Innova Pharma, like hydration formula or something like that, but this is definitely the best one I've tried, and I'm not just saying that because I'm affiliated with JP. But if you want to get in on some of this, guys, DMAC 10 for discount, alright? But this actually has taurine in it, which a lot of the other hydration formulas don't have, and I think taurine is like a key ingredient to hydration formulas, especially when I'm on prep. I actually get that in a bag on itself and I add it in because it really helps with stopping from cramps, especially cramps you're going to get from clenbuterol. So taurine is essential in my opinion. So we've got 3 grams taurine in this, which could be about 5 grams, but I'll leave them off. 1160 mg of potassium citrate. We've got some anyway, watermelon extract, magnesium citrate, pink salt, 450 milligrams, which is a good dose, and then we've got 100 mg of sodium in there as well. So we got like 0.55 of a gram of salt, which is decent, and then good bit of potassium, 2 to 1 kind of potassium to salt ratio, which is what you want in a hydration formula in my eyes. And then we've got the taurine in there as well. So very, very good hydration formula, and tastes absolutely banging. It's a lot stronger of a taste than the Hydromax. Hydromax kind of still tastes a little bit like grainy. It doesn't like mix as good, but this mixes tremendously. So big fan of this. I think they've got some other flavors. They've got like melon and apple or something like that, or melon and peach. I don't know. They've got 2 other flavors anyway. So I'm definitely going to try those after this tub runs out. But we're going to get those into us now, and then we're going to start the day. Oh, tremendous. So refreshing. Now it is quite sweet. It is very sweet. So you could probably have it with 1.5 liters of water, and not 1 liter of water, which is probably a good thing because you get more water into you. Chloe doesn't particularly like the JP one. No. She prefers the Hydromax. I think it's too sweet for her because you're sweet enough, baby.
Oh. it's sour as well, though. It's like
yeah, I like that. Sour. It's sweet and sour. That's what you want. It packs like a little bit of a punch. It's tangy.
I feel like I'm just used to the mild flavour from the...
Yeah, the Hydromax is very mild. Like when I have like 700 mils of water in here with a scoop of Hydromax, I barely taste it. So I always have a scoop and a half of Hydromax. And then you just like, you rattle through the Hydromax like very, very quickly. But another thing I will say about this actually, since I've been taking it, my pee has been way clearer in the morning. So that's a telling sign to me that it's doing more for my hydration than the Hydromax is. You know, my pee has been pretty translucent the last couple of days. So that's what you want, fellas. That's what you want. You don't want any stinging while you're peeing as well. Because if it's stinging, better get yourself checked out, boys. You know what I'm saying? Right. Anyway, we've got something else to show you, right? So I made an investment this week. Very good investment, this. And I got this walking pad off of Amazon. So they had a little bit of a deal on where I got like a £50 voucher for like no reason. I think I clicked through like Joe Delaney's link and there was like a voucher off it, and I was like, happy days. So I got this bad boy so that I can use it basically in the evening times. 4 steps, as we're now in prep, and I'm doing a winter prep, which means a lot of misery. Now, is a little bit of rain and cold going to kill me? Probably not, but what happens to me is I put on 3 or 4 layers. I leave the house, I go for a 20-minute walk, I come back, I take off the said layers, and I'm fucking sweating like a priest in a primary school, and I smell pretty funky after that, right? I've been smelling myself the last couple of days, right? Full transparency here, guys, for the YouTube.
Every morning smells the armpits.
Every fucking morning after like a walk or like whatever, I'm like smelling myself and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I like smell really bad. I was like, is this because I'm going on cycle, blah de blah? Because even during the summer when I was like proper sweating quite a lot, right? I didn't smell this bad. Like there's like this putrid smell off me the last couple of days. I'm like, is it the drugs? Is it going back on cycle? I'm like, what's the story? Like literally the other day, right? I showered before I went to the gym, right? So I showered, I got changed. I don't even think I went for a walk. Maybe I went for one small walk. And then I got to the gym, had my pump cover on, obviously, because it was freezing in the gym for like the first 2 sets. Took the pump cover off, and then I was like, I'm fucking stinking. So I just be pure conscious someone's going to talk to me in the gym and they're like, fucking smell off this fella, you know? Because once you get known as the smelly guy, there's no going back, guys. There's no going back. So make sure you're fucking showering out there, you smelly bastards. Because no one likes a whiff of BO off of someone. But yeah, I'm just telling you the serious problems I've been dealing with so far this prep. Really in the trenches with this stuff so far, with this smell.
5 days in, 6 days?
6 days. 5 full days and a half day. I've only been up for like an hour. But yeah, we're going good. Even last night, I had my meal 5, right? And I always have like a can afterwards, like a Fanta Zero or like a Pepsi or whatever. And I was drinking the Pepsi and I was like, oh, Chloe, this is hitting different already. You know when you diet, the way fizzy drinks taste so much nicer? Now, I don't even think it's because I'm hungry yet, because I'm fucking not, right? But I think it's just because I have less like volume of food in my stomach now. Like my digestion finally feels like every single time I eat a meal, it's not going in on like a ton of other food on top of it. So that's nice because, yeah, you know the struggles. It gets tough as shit when you're at the end of the off season, but just got to suck it up. So if any of my clients are watching this, don't come to me and are checking me like, oh, I'm not hungry. Oh, I just couldn't get my meals in. Yes, you fucking could. You're just being a little bitch. So stop coming at me, or I'll come at you. I'll hurt you and your whole family. I'll force feed them. Anyway, we're watching whatever fucking shite Chloe likes to have on in the mornings. All these female fucking influencers that I have to watch. And now, because Chloe is logged in to my YouTube Premium, so she doesn't have to watch ads, all my fucking suggestions anytime I go onto YouTube are, get ready with me, winter fashion haul, fucking make up this, whatever.
I'm actually not logged into your YouTube Premium, it's just on the TV, so you shouldn't have put it on the TV, because that's what I watch it on. So
you're basically logging into my YouTube Premium. Now, thankfully, YouTube is clever. So when I go onto YouTube on my laptop upstairs, I don't get these suggestions. But I'm sitting down here in the sitting room and I'm trying to watch a nice meal. I'm trying to eat a nice meal and watch a nice bit of YouTube. All I see is just all these fucking slags everywhere on my YouTube that I don't want to be watching.
Some of them.
Oh,
like,
I hate some of them.
Watching this one, I
really despise some of them. Some of these female fitness influencers, lads.
He'd be upstairs and he'd shout down to me and he'd be like, turn her off.
Yeah, I can hear him. Like Molly May, right? I can hear Molly May if I'm like upstairs, working downstairs. I'm like, fucking turn that cunt off. Hate her, despise her. And there's a couple other ones as well. Yeah, and I'm just like, and I look at the views and they're getting like thousands of views. And I'm like, how are people watching this shite? Imagine the Kardashians, right? But like the Kardashians on steroids for how unbearable some of this stuff is. Because all of them are kind of trying to be the Kardashians, really, aren't they? Kardashians have the world ruined. But anyway, this is so far removed from a fitness vlog now at this stage, but
yeah,
people will be able to relate. People will be able to relate. All the fellas with your missuses out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So
they can watch me soon.
Yeah, that's what Chloe's getting for Christmas. Kicked off my YouTube Premium.
Oh yeah, before I stop that clip there, Chloe just asked me to show you. She wants to show off. Asked me to show you my presents. So we've got the Christmas tree on deck. Oh, also, one thing I will give Chloe credit for, guys, right, is I've been seeing a lot of Instagram posts lately of people's Christmas trees, and they're absolutely fucking wank.
You need to give them the full view. Can they see?
Look at that bad boy. Hold on, I'll step back here. Look at that. That's tremendous. Now I was a little bit unsure about that big bow up at the top at first, but fucking epic Christmas tree. And then we've got some presents under here. I think I've got 2 there, and then all the rest of them are literally shoved down the back. So yeah, Chloe, they can't even see all that.
Yeah.
Now I have all Chloe's presents. I actually had all Chloe's presents for her before she had all her presents for me. So I was way ahead this year, fellas. First time ever. First time in my life. I smashed it out of the park this week. This year.
I sat there and I goes, I want stuff from this place, and this place.
Yeah, she kind of guided me through to what I want. There was
he chose the items. I just picked the brand.
Yeah, I took my own initiative. So the Christmas morning vlog is going to be interesting, guys. We'll see live whether I've done a good job or not, because when I don't do a good job, I fucking know all about it. I got her very practical presents for Christmas one year. I thought I was getting her great presents. Oh, she did not like them at all. I got her a Bluetooth weighing scales, right? She was always complaining about the scales not working in her room, right, and being inaccurate. So I thought, this is a great present. She steps in it, goes automatically to her phone. Fantastic. Then she was obsessed with her teeth and brushing her teeth and how her teeth looked. So I got her this Spotlight whitening, fucking fancy electronic toothbrush and something else. Hated that as well. And then I got her fucking hairdryer. You like the hairdryer, to be fair.
The hairdryer was a really good gift.
The hairdryer was a good gift because she used to always come to my house, have to borrow a hairdryer. And then when she went back home, there was one hairdryer between 3 of them, her mum and her sister. So I was like, I'm going to get her a good hairdryer now and that'll be a present. I nailed it with that one.
But it's not like the weighing scales and the toothbrush weren't good presents. They're just not Christmas presents. They're little bits you get me just because you love me. You bring home to me.
Is anyone hearing this shit? Women logic. This is so good.
That's something you were out and about for the day and you seen a nice toothbrush and you bring it home. That's not something you'd...
There'll be girls listening to this and they'll be like, oh my god, yeah. My 5% female viewers.
They'll understand.
And then there'll be lads watching this just be going, we really have it tough, don't we? They're good presents, but they're not Christmas presents. Fuck me. I don't know. This is why I'm a bit of a Grinch, right? I hate Christmas and I hate getting presents. But you know why? Because I'm so shit at getting presents. I'm the most unthoughtful person of all time, right? Chloe is unbelievable at getting presents. Nails it every time. My sister, Eva, unbelievable at getting everybody presents, right? She gets things that people would never even think to get them for themselves, or I don't know how I would even think to get them for that person, and she just nails it every single time. She's so good at it. But I just have my head up in the clouds with all this stuff. But I think I did pretty well this year. So we'll see Christmas morning. Pressure's on, guys. You will see Christmas morning or you won't. If you won't, I might be in trouble.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I did good anyway. So
I was going to say something else there now, and I've completely lost my my train of thought.
They'll be happy to see your haul of what I got you.
They'll be happy to see my haul, will they? Any hints? Any hints for the YouTube?
You know already.
I know kind of half of my presents because I'm a little bit of an unusual size in things, right? Because I'm massive, certain things don't fit me. Just wanted to get that in there.
Because you're shaped like an ice cream cone.
A melted ice cream cone. That's what my physique is, right? So yeah, she had to kind of ask me look, I'm going to get you these pants, but what fucking size are you, So then I had to go around measuring my fucking crotch and my inseam and my thigh and all this to make sure I got the right size. And then she got a jersey for me that she thought was going to be way too big. It wasn't. It fitted perfectly, but then it wasn't the best jersey. So then we returned it and we got a good jersey. We got a Jimmy Buckets jersey.
And a really nice pair of shorts.
And then I got a pair of shorts on top of that because we're on the...
And he opened the earrings as well on this vlog about 3 vlogs ago.
We got the earrings. If you're watching that vlog, boys, there they are. They're earrings in the flesh, in the ears. So yeah.
But yeah, he still has about 10 things to open.
Still got a lot of things to open. But that'll be for Christmas Day. I have a tradition in my family that we always open one present on Christmas Eve. So I mightn't do that, but I think I'll let Chloe do that.
No, I will I show him? Wait now.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. Oh, God.
So I don't need to open anything on Christmas Eve because
Yeah.
rotate.
She doesn't need to open anything on Christmas Eve because
Because
she's got this
my sister did me a little
advent calendar.
See, look, you can see day 12, day 5, day 7, 6, whatever. So I've been opening presents the last 2 days.
Yeah, so basically her and her sister, they had a 150 quid limit and they got themselves 12 presents. So you do the math, fellas. 12 presents, 150 quid, right? That means each individual item is cheap AF. So Chloe had the luxury of obviously being over in Vegas a couple of weeks ago with myself, so we were able to get like some really good bits for Shannon. She was able to get some really good bits for Shannon for like cheaper. But like, Chloe opened up her present yesterday and it was like this conditioner, but it was like this fucking size, and she saw the phone to Shannon and she was like, do I use this like once? And Shannon was like, no, but it's like a one-use thing.
I didn't know. It's only like 3 pumps you use of it because it's like...
3 pumps. Sound familiar, fellas? Yeah, you know it. Good 3 pumps. You can't beat a good 3 pumps, so good present that. Good present. You'll be getting good 3 pumps at Christmas as well.
Yeah, and there's a strap on in one of your presents as well.
Ah, Chloe, come on. Fucking hell. See that vulgarness? Don't worry. I'm not into that, guys. I'm not into that. I'm only joking.
We'll be taken off YouTube.
Yeah, we will. I'll be demonetized now in this video.
Boxing off the first chunk of steps for the day, post meal 1. As always, C Chisel is accompanying me this morning because she's actually up out of bed on time for once. Off season is kicking her arse at the moment. But anyway, guys, just came on here to plug my next Ignite in 8 challenge. So for anyone who doesn't know what that is, basically it's an 8-week rapid fat loss challenge. You're going to get a meal plan from me. You're going to get a training program from me. You're also going to get weekly check-ins, guidance, support, accountability, all the things that you need to lose maximum amount of body fat in 8 weeks. But also, I'll set you up with all the tools and the knowledge that you need to make sure that you can keep those results and reverse diet properly after the challenge has ended. And because it is a challenge, the winner is going to get a £500 cash prize. So guys, this is an absolute no-brainer if you're looking to get in shape, but you can't afford one-to-one coaching at the moment. So the price for the challenge is going to be £125 at the early bird rate for the first 20 people who sign up. Now, I did get over 20 in the last challenge, and I do think this time around, because it is January, there's going to be a lot more interest in this challenge. So definitely inquire now, guys, if you do want to get in at that rate. And then we're going to be kicking off the challenge on January 6th or January 13th. I'm going to just take everyone on board, give them the preference of when they want to start, and just go when the majority want to start. But plenty of time to get over your Christmas hangover and then get yourself prepared to lose some body fat and kickstart your year off in a good way. So I'm going to leave the link down below, guys, to sign up for Ignite in 8 with all the details that you're going to need about what Ignite is, what it entails, and how you can get signed up. So if you're interested, guys, just click that link down below. Let's get it. Starbucks, boys, coffee time. Oh, look at that. Look at that for table service. Tell you, right. Coffee and chill.
Yeah.
Alright, gym time, leg day, baby. Chloe is going to abandon me for legs today because I've got a very boring session. I'm working around this niggly right quad injury. So today's session is going to be 4 sets of biceps at the beginning, so my arms are still small. Then we've got 3 sets of plate loaded leg extension, 4 sets of seated hamstring curl, 3 sets of nitrate leg press with a high and wide hip dominant stance, calves, and then we're done. That's practically it for today's session. Boring AF. Well, should still be good, but a little bit more boring than my usual session that has hack squats and lunges, hip thrusts, etc. in it. But this is probably what my leg days are going to look like for as long as my quad is continuing to flare up in me like this. So hopefully that isn't too much longer, because I want to get back to legit leg days, to be honest. But look, it's still going to be enough stimulus, enough volume to get the job done. So if I get cracking in today's session, I don't think I'll record any of my sets on this. I may potentially use my phone. But yeah, probably won't put them in the video because this video is long enough at this stage. But anyway.
Legs boxed off. How was your session, Chloe?
Actually very good.
My session was very good as well. I thought it was going to be an easy session because we've made some adjustments to my leg days, but it turned out to actually be a very difficult session, and my legs are pumped to bits, which is a good thing. But anyway, it's fucking freezing now. We got to get in home, get something to eat, and then chillax for the evening, because that is all our jobs done. Mainly all our jobs done for the day. Guys, so that is a wrap on today's video. I was going to record a little bit more this evening, but it's a long enough video as it is already. It's 5:30. Man still has 4,500 steps to do and 2 meals to eat. So it's prep time, guys. I'm busy. I got shit to do. So I'm going to leave this video here. But as always, guys, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to drop a comment down below. And I'll catch you in the next one.